Hi, my name is Kayla Lewis. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm studying interpersonal communication with a double minor in American Sign Language and General Business. I chose my major because I knew I liked learning how, and more importantly, why, we interact and communicate the way we do with each other. For my ASL minor, I chose that because I truly enjoy learning about the deaf community and their beautiful culture. My pathway is diversity and inclusion. My sophomore year of college, I was a resident assistant, and it was the most rewarding experience. One of the biggest takeaways from my experience was how I learned to educate others through the use of my creativity and events. For example, for Black History Month, I created a bulletin board with events that occurred every day in February in Black history. It was a way to educate my residents and start conversations with them. Another way to celebrate Black lives in history, I hosted watch parties for Black films like Black Panther and Hidden Figures. When the time came to start creating my peak experience, I did a lot of reflecting from when I was an RA. I'm aware that Western is a predominantly white institution, and while there may not ever be a time where half the staff is BIPOC or Black, Indigenous people of color, I believe there needs to be more active recruitment for these groups because there are so many individuals in these groups that would be quality leaders in res life at all levels, from RA to hall director. It was from that reflection that the title, The Reasons and Benefits of BIPOC Inclusion in WMU Residence Life, came to be. I am thankful for my American Sign Language minor because it changed my perspective entirely and caused me to think about the part of society that is frequently forgotten, sometimes not included in nationwide decisions, and not given enough representation. Additionally, though my project focuses mostly on BIPOC inclusion in res life, this doesn't exclude other groups that are considered minorities, like those in the deaf community, individuals with disabilities, and those in the LGBTQA+ community. From this experience, something I learned about was vicarious traumatic stressors, which are the direct traumatic impacts of living with systemic racism and individual racist actions, like seeing videos of police brutality all over social media or seeing the news about the 8 women that were killed at gunpoint. I never knew there was a word to go with what I was experiencing and that millions of other BIPOCs have also been experiencing. The process of my peak experience included reaching out to RAs, past and current, and getting their response as to how universities could benefit from having more BIPOC inclusion and the ways they could do so. I wrote a 5-page paper that included 6 main topics: res life's impact on students, racial trauma and how it relates to res life, with credible research to support my statements, testimonies from 14 different RAs, some from different universities, the benefits of BIPOC inclusion, a personal statement of my experience in res life, and lastly, steps towards change, my call to action for res life. I recently met with a few administrative members of Res Life virtually because I saw how my idea could make a positive impact on campus for other students and faculty. It was a great discussion, and afterwards we also had a great discussion. I loved my experience in Res Life, and I want others to have the same experience, to be able to find their purpose at WMU and use their involvement in Res Life to apply to their career and life overall. I enjoyed this peak experience so much. I'm proud of myself, the outcome of this project, and seeing my idea come to life. I cannot wait to share this with my friends, family, and possible future employers and tell them how I've benefited from this experience. In the future, I want to continue to hold myself accountable. I want to continue to share awareness and have conversations about how companies can be more inclusive and suggest ways to do so. I am thankful for this experience and that I was able to put my passion into action. Thank you.